What's up, guys? This is AJ here from Fraser Comics here on another episode of Fraser's Indie Talk. Alright, today we are finally going to debut our long gestating project that we've been working on for past couple years, but been in the brainstorming sequence for God knows how long. Like for me, this has been a long time project of mine personally that I've always been wanting to work on, wanting to make it into a reality one of these days, at least get a start on it, get a foundation for it, get everything for it, you know. So I had to gather up, you know, the best of what I can find for a team to help me develop this, bring it to life. So without further ado, we are debuting the one and only Captain Nefcon. So as you can see here, this is our main cover. Okay, I don't have another variant cover. Like I said, we started off as 5 covers, and we went down to 4. We were going to have 4 for a while, then we went down to 3, and now we're just down to 2. So right now, I only have just the 1 cover available. We're going to release the racing variant later on this year, which we'll show you in a minute. Well, on this video, as you can see as you're following along with this video. But yeah, main cover will be available starting tomorrow. So I figured we give you guys a preview of what to expect physically, since I've got the physical copy here. Here's front, and here's the back. So as you can see here, we've got it all labeled out here. So on each of our new books, for all of our new titles coming out, new issues, numbers, and things like that, is going to have our little Phenomenal Universe symbol on it. And on each of them, we're going to have a barcode, ISBN, there you go, ISBN number, and then all the information here. This is the main cover, first issue, the price. It's the very first print. So with that being said, let's dive into this, shall we? This is the team that helped me bring this to life. So Osvaldo Ferreira, Crystal King, and Antonio Veruxkin, which is also known as Kiddie Ex for, I guess, a stage name. All great talented people that have been behind the whole entire creation with me on developing this story, this first issue. And as you can see down here, I've divided this up into 3 chapters this time, because at first this whole entire book was going to be 40 pages long, and that's just not what I was intending to do, because it was going to take forever. So, but anyway, but yeah, so you start off with the prologue. Alright, so this is the prologue. You get kind of the background information of our new story here, talking about, you know, alien warfare, you know, 2 species fighting against each other, and then of course this species is called the Skevs, Skevomorphic alien race, led by this guy, Lord Emerald Darkside, Dark Ruler of the Sierra Galaxy. That's pretty much the galaxy that Captain Nefkahn lies in. So, and again, this goes into more of the background information about this story. That's why I want the readers to kind of look at what they're getting into. Basically, put it like this. It's AVP meets Star Wars. And I've been saying that from time in and time out, because I've had people ask me, like, you know, what's the story going to be like? But that's basically how to really put it. If you're 2 fans of, you know, sci-fi and space type stuff, superheroes, and a good mixture of all that, this will be a good book for you. Alright, so, and then we've also got like a map layout of the Sierra Galaxy here, the home galaxy where Captain Nefkahn sits at, and his home planet is planet Levinar. And so then here's the evil alien race planet, and then these are all the other planets that's left, that sits in the galaxy. Once you read on and move on with this story, you'll know as to why there's only so many planets left in the galaxy. I do want to point out real fast, so we go through Comics Wellspring for all of our printing needs and stuff. So I noticed during our development, there was a lot of rework, retakes that we had to do and stuff like that. Sizing and pixelating and whatnot. I mean, some stuff, as you can see, there is some white parts on the pages here. I've noticed it kind of got moved around a little bit, but I mean that's, you know, what was expected to be. But as we move forward, there will be some other things I'll show you guys in a minute. But that'll be the end of that chapter. This next chapter, the Nefstar journey, was solely done by me because I figured I want to get a jump ahead on some parts of this story that I want readers and comic book, people to really look at and enjoy what the story is going to be about. So basically, what you're going to be seeing here overall, this book sets a foundation and going into phase 2 of the Phenomenal Universe for Fraser Comics. So this introduces him, Captain Nefcon himself, his cousins are on a ship, going to find these things. These things are called the Elemental Spears, and there is 4 of them, but mostly known for only 3 of them. The 4th one is a mystery. So again, that's just kind of the starting layout that I can tell you guys now for what's going on in the story. I can't tell you anymore, because then it'll just be spoiling more details of what's to come. So I try to keep this brief as possible. Well, this is what you're getting at. So, skip the page. So then, go from here. That's the end of the chapter. And then we get into some of Crystal's and Antonio's work here. Some of the rework that's been done. And then Osvalda has done a lot of the coloring work. The prologue was a whole different story. It was mostly done by Crystal and Antonio. Coloring was a whole different situation there. But anyway, enough of that. So we'll just continue on with the whole book here. There was something I wanted to show you right here. So, I mean, there was some stuff that came pretty close on the printing here. So the bleeding mark almost cut off on the K there. But again, that's okay. That's kind of the first print. We can always... It's kind of like a trial and error. I'll learn, here and there. I know sometimes when you're printing, some things it's really hard to kind of determine what's getting cut off and what's not. But, sometimes it's just, learning, trial by error. So, and another thing I got cut off here. So, it's going to say the Citadel of Kavapolis. And then this is going to say residents of the Nefcon family. So, and again, whoever purchased the books, I do apologize for whoever gets the physical copies. Only some very minor stuff like that will just be kind of cut off. So, I mean, that's about it. So we're just moving on here. Alright, so this was originally going to be 1 page, but according to Comics Wellspring standards, divisible by 4 pages, they decided to make this a nice double page. This actually turned out pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like how they did that. That's because this was originally going to be on 1 page, because Crystal and Antonio had to do a half page on it, so to show the first appearance of Ibrik Espion. He's going to be the main villain of the beginning parts 1 through 3 for Captain Nefcon's origin. So we're going to keep moving on here. So really, no more printing errors, besides those couple things I showed you guys earlier in the video. So yeah, he gets a sweet suit from a quote-unquote stranger that helps him break out of the prison. And so it tells him to get in and get out. And then here's another page that was supposed to be, very shortened, just to fit 1 page. But again, Comics Wellspring made it to be a double page. And again, this looks great. I like this. I like how they did this. Everything keeps it divisible by 4 through their process, which is respectable. I like that. I like how they got that. And definitely, I like how this layout is. It's just phenomenal. That's kind of the main word we use here for Fraser Comics. So, and then that'll be the end of the book. There is going to be a blank page because of the whole mishap with the 2 double pages there. It's supposed to be 1 page. And then we got our little end caps here that you guys can read on later on. And that would be it for Captain Nefcon, Issue 1, The Beginning, Parts 1 of 3. Now, before I go any further into the video, I just want to say and give a shout out to everyone that's been a part of this long gestating project. And I do apologize if I do mispronounce any names out there. I wanted to give shout out and thank you to Crystal King, Antonio Varoxkin, also known as Kiddie Ex, Osvalda, Fejeda, for stepping in on some of the mishaps we've had, and I'm glad that you're part of this team. Also Maya Fisher, Noah Weber, and also I want to give a shout out to Bryan Fraze from Immortal Comics. for giving our character their first, cameo appearance. I really appreciate that collaborative, excuse me, project that we did. I would love more of that. So thank you guys. You guys have been very big supporters on helping me getting this out there. And also with other friends and family that's just kind of outside of social media that don't really get all this stuff. I appreciate you guys. This has been a very, big project of mine. And again, it's only the beginning. This is just, again, foundation. This is going to continue our Phenomenal Universe onward. And this is the start of phase 2 of our Phenomenal Universe story. So I'm not going to make it into an MCU type thing. This is our own thing. It's just inspired by how their ideas are, but it's not a very Marvel idea or DC or whatever. We try to ignore that. This is our own thing. But if you say it is, well, that's just your own opinion. Everyone's got their own right to their opinion. Yes, so Captain Nefcon will be available tomorrow, officially, finally debuting after, a long time of working on the book. And again, thank you to everyone that's been a part of this long time project. I'm really excited to have everyone get their hands on these. I know I've had a lot of people around here locally been asking me about the project, how it's going, when it's going to be available, things like that. This will be available for both physical and digital copies. So this will be available on our Mercari shop and on our TikTok shop. Okay. We're going to have some specials going on. Well, our first special, obviously, it's going to be $4.99, and of course there will be shipping involved. On whichever shop. We're still new to the TikTok shop, so just bear with us. But for Mercari, we'll make it a free shipping deal for the first month, debut month. Also, along with that, we're also going to be doing a first appearance bundle. So, this was Captain Nefcon's first cameo appearance. This is his first full debut right here. So, we'll be doing a deal on this for $10, free shipping, while it lasts, limited time only. So, pretty much first come, first serve. When we get it up there, it's up there, and the minute that it's gone for this deal, that's it. So I figured it'll be just a debut special for us to do. And again, there's physical and digital options open, whatever your taste is. But for this deal only, this is physical only while supplies last. So we're only going to be giving out, if you're a real big on independent media and comics, games, and stuff like that, I definitely recommend that deal to anyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that about wraps up for today's Fraser's Indie Talk episode over Captain Nefcon. Join us next time as we're going to discuss our next indie game. We are going back to doors. So we're going to be looking into the back door and the rooms, a 2-for-1 deal. So they kind of go hand in hand. But more of that discussion will be next time on Fraser's Indie Talk. So, and again, Captain Nefcon will be available for some of these special deals and offers that I've said within the last couple minutes. It'll be available on the Mercari shop and on the TikTok shop. Okay? So with all that being said, hope to see you guys next time, and stay tuned.